Do you know what is inside the Earth? Let's find out. The Earth comprises three main layers in the form of concentric spheres. The outermost layer is the crust. The next layer is the mantle, and the innermost layer is the core. The crust is the uppermost layer of the Earth and is a solid mass. The crust is made of two parts, the land under the continents and the ocean floor. The thickness of the crust varies from place to place. The continental crust, which is also called Sial, has a thickness of about 35 kilometers. The ocean floor, also called Sima, is about 5 kilometers thick. Just below the crust lies the mantle. It extends to a depth of 2,900 kilometers below the crust. The innermost layer of the Earth is the core. It is made up of nickel and iron and is also called knife. It is 3,500 kilometers thick and has very high temperature and pressure. The Earth's crust is made up of rocks. Rocks are of three types: igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic.
The Earth. All spinning objects have an imaginary line called an axis on which they spin. Look at this top. It seems as though there is a line running through the center of the
इलायची खाओ चिमन खा लो लवड़ा लहसुन खा लो साफ हो जाता है गंदगी में फैलाना तेरे को क्या करना मन डिसिप्लिन है नहीं है आधा घंटा तुम्हें आदत पड़ गई है तो जगह गया तो ये भैया हॉस्पिटल की क्लास ले कर रहे भैया जाके लगा लो यार जो देखा मैं कहता नहीं पहले दोनों ऑप्शन नहीं ही लेंगे क्योंकि कर रहा काम पहले और लास्ट में समझ आइटम जीरो काम सही है कि नहीं आधा घंटा लेता है तो आधा घंटा समझ आधा घंटा वो आधे घंटे भी समझ आते वो 2 घंटा
the top. However, when the top stops spinning, the line seems to vanish.
वो भी काम की बात
The Earth too has an axis which passes through the north and south poles. The Earth also spins around its axis. Can you spot the difference between the Earth's axis and the axis of the top? The axis of the top is vertical, but the axis of the Earth is slightly tilted. It is at an angle of 23.5 degrees. The word monsoon is derived from the Arabic word mausim, which means season. The Arabs used the term to describe the seasonal winds of the Arabian Sea. The term monsoon is now used for a seasonal change in the direction of the prevailing or strongest winds of a region. These winds change the direction in which they blow, from the sea to land and vice versa. Monsoons cause both dry and wet seasons throughout much of the tropics. The monsoons are most often associated with the Indian Ocean and determine the climate of most of India and Southeast Asia. Fold mountains are formed when the layers of the Earth's crust are folded by compression. To make your own fold mountains with the help of some hand towels, lay 10 hand towels on a flat surface and place 2 shoe boxes on each side like shown here. Push the shoe boxes towards the center as shown. This activity shows us how fold mountains are formed when forces move towards a common center. The Aravalli range in India is an example of old fold mountain. It was formed over 250 million years ago and has gentle slopes and low altitude due to weathering over time. The young fold mountains were formed comparatively recently, about 25 million years ago. These mountains are rugged and lofty. They comprise the world's highest mountain ranges like the Alps of Europe and the Himalayas of Asia. In regions closer to the equator, the rate of evaporation is very high. As the sun heats the ground, the air above it gets heated and starts rising in the form of convection currents. As air rises, it expands and cools. The cooling causes condensation, which results in heavy downpour. This rain is accompanied by thunder and lightning, and since it mostly occurs around 4 p.m., it is often called the 4 o'clock showers. Due to the hot weather in Costa Rica, the country experiences heavy convectional rainfall. Convectional rainfall is also experienced in Europe during the summer.
Please like and subscribe this channel.